myself like the old loon I am. Megan is out in the city, but I'll explain.
I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Howlo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
What's that?
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it the most. What can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and, worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire,
Ready now?
Ready.
We'll take Megan's skiff closer.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke, loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner, and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now, the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Once you reach the Dust District, she'll tell you more. I'll wait here with the skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Hounders use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the
stuck
Abbey's
out of here.
hands.
Tired of cleaning silver dust out of my ears.
Grenade, that was it. He was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope we do
Grand
enough
Palace.
damage to each other so the
That's
fight goes out of nothing now.
All apples and
That
slippers.
won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne. And I don't see you or me beating the path to the Crone's hand, or if it's a temporary stronghold the Abbey's got set up.
Dust from the mines.
Hello? Wake up! What?
The Overseers won't just leave the district, and the Howlers can't. Hello, Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here, but getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
This is the Duke of Circon. Been told that people are complaining about dust from the mines falling on the city. Yes, war is expensive. You may not be aware that our silver mines are operating past full capacity in order to fund our conflict against the Northern Isle. That's not dust. It's the blood of our enemies.
Say, the mining office handles things like that. The family committee makes sure that the loss of that house is
Bello, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I studied field tactics with Brother Cardoza in the peninsula. The pirate crews there resort to these same dirty tricks.
Seems like a good way to take a dart to the belly.
Well, the Howlers aren't known
Begging won't change anything. You stand accused of action forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Everyman. Given that crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey. What's going on?
Huh? What? Hello? Someone there? If that was a rat, it was a fat one.
For even the lowly labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a mob of ruffians.
You know what the strictures say about wagering, brother? The Howlers are merciless.
Something is amiss. Some heathen grown bold by these times. I shall not abide the footfall. Of a blasphemous wanderer.
I didn't see the one coming through the window. She was quick.
Hey, you, come here! You're so...
Sisters of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones.
For even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body.
To the influence we'll exert over Karnaca, over all of Serkonos.
A dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
The Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos. The look on his face when he dismissed me from court. There's something wrong with people who live in palaces for too long.
It sounded like broken glass.
If the Duke wasn't running the mines night and day, our children wouldn't be choking themselves to sleep at night on the dust.
It's easy to blame the Duke, but we both depend on the profits from industry.
A body? Here?
Good riddance.
Vern was a tough prick.
Everything was simpler when I was robbing bakeries and fruit stands.
This must be Paolo's place. Vera More. I remember that name.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But he put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
That's Burn. I've been trying to bring Burn down for months. You did what others couldn't.
And now you own me, Paolo.
We've been at war with the Abbey, not just over territory, but over the people of Karnaca as well. This is my home. And I'm gonna send Burn to Dunwall without his hands, to explain things to the High Overseer and the Empress herself. Bet you didn't see this coming, Vice Overseer. Now, what is it you want?
I need to get inside Aramis Stilton's house.
You're intriguing, and maybe more dangerous than most who darken my doorway.
I advise you to remember it.
Here's what you'll need to enter the house.
If you do have a hand in what comes next in Karnaca, I really hope you acquit yourself better than the Duke has.
You can count on that, friend. The Duke's a worthless buffoon. get this guy out of here. This will kick over the balance in Karnaca.
Jemmy's sister says you can beat any lock in the city. I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed to be shut up tight like this, but what do you think? Can you crack it?
Give me a minute.
Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had him feeding old Stilton or watching him. I was gonna pay him off for the secret, but Durante got beat down by the overseers and taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick, like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
No, this was built by Kieran Jindosh. Scary smart. He's the one who made the clockwork soldiers for the Duke.
So can you open it? Or maybe just solve it?
No, can't do either. It's a lock designed by a man who creates machines that kill people. You can keep your money, I'm not touching it.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Or not. Let's go.
It worked. The information was correct. Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne, and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, Mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pit's pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life. I'm going to undo all she's done. And next time, I'll hold on to the things I cherish, just a bit tighter. That's strange. I feel drained by this place. Could that be Stilton? When no one keeps the rooms clean and dry, a house goes to rot.
In and out like the wind. I think they're afraid.
Collect yourself, Mr. Stilton.
Quilts, will you? I feel.
3 years ago, something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion. Delilah's plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking. The Void is not exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house, the Void is leaking through a pinprick left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here, and things don't work like they should. Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Like it's going to be cold tonight. Captain Windlebone, we've got a prowler! We'll be getting started soon. The Duke's beloved coming back.
By the Void.
Your guests are waiting in the study. The Duke is demanding refreshments, and I can't get in without the combination.
There's a note on the door, Captain Winterbone.
What? He's out back. I need the code to the study.
It's in his notebook, ma'am, but he keeps it with him.
Thank you, Corporal. Speaking bluntly, I really don't like Stilton's guests. Earlier, I got my ass chewed out by the Royal Curator. What's her name?
You're talking about Brianna Ashworth, I believe.
Yes, that's her. She's an odd one. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Captain.
The Duke is paying the Howlers to drop food for Stilton.
I dreamed the Duke and I were hunting. But the deer had faces.
What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight? I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing. Maybe it's open in the present.
Who's there?
Hey, who is... End of the road for you! You shouldn't have come here.
Be on your guard, right, boys? Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm not in the mood. I saw something. Ah! She's dead!
You can tell he's no good, just by looking at his shoes.
What has Brianna Ashworth gotten the Duke up to? All this talk of the void, such rubbish.
The Grand... The guard was protecting Stilton back then.
One day, young Luca will go too far. May I live to see that day. Theo, forgive me. When tonight is over, the Duke will have to trust me.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight. By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how? There's the note. Book.
I wonder how much time I have before Mr. Stilton returns home. I want to beat out the rugs, but the dust makes him...
People don't hide their faces unless they're up to something bad.
Guard! Someone! Warned. I'm going to call for help.
Things seem to be the worst here. The two times are overlapping now somehow.
It's time to begin. Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
She lives.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait.
New boots. Just don't fit right.
Be on your way, now!
I'm gonna bring the guard down on you. Consider yourself warned. What's going on here?
Hey, aren't you working another excavation?
Get out of my face. I don't like your face. Shakedowns. Go away. You've been warned.
I'll break your face.
For it.
You think you're so superior, huh?
I can't do
don't stand
anything
any
for
chance.
you. You better run. Why should I trust someone?
I won't let you get away so easily.
I can't stand the likes of you.
Look around you. A crumbling island at the very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the ropes only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place. The island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her. And she discovered a way to draw from it. Tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now. And I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Did Marco say?
Apparently the family committee made a request.
Too much dust was pissing down.
Well, at least Stilton listens to them. More than they can say for the Grand Guard. Yeah, the Duke is right.
I've heard that Stilton agreed to a meeting with the woman heading up the family committee. What's her name again?
Lucille Pastor. She's supposed to talk to Stilton soon about new safety rules for the mines. Feel her out.
Maybe no one else will even notice. But things have changed here. For the better.
You'll get what's coming to him, Megan. Leaders rise and...
You're back. That was quick. Sorry I couldn't take you to see Stilton myself. But I guess you found the place. Years back, Stilton was always quiet about the Duke. I never figured out just why. Lucky for the miners, Aramis Stilton does all he can against the Duke's destructive ways.
Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Not just yet.
I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you.
Yes, I paid a visit to Vice Overseer Byrne. At least I think I did. And I've been to Stilton's house. We can go. Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.